Greetings, Flesh Wound Horror freaks, and welcome to another holiday edition episode of Flesh Wound Horror. I'm Daniel Shine, joined as always by Todd Loya.
What's up?
Bugs Dread.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger.
Ho, 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 bitch.
And that was, of course, directed at Todd. So we're here tonight.
Right, yeah, right.
Ho, ho, ho. That's all three of us. We're good.
To talk about a brand new horror movie, Toys of Terror, from director Nicholas Verso. And this one, just before Christmas, Zoe, her brother Franklin, and their family move into a secluded mansion with a dark past. While the adults are focused on renovating the place, the children find a toy chest hidden in the attic and are delighted when the toys inside magically come to life. But bizarre events soon begin to take place. All right, so Toys of Terror. What did you think, Kruger?
All right, so at first when I looked this movie up, I got kind of worried because it fucking hey, I looked it up and I saw it was going to be played on the SyFy channel in like a week or so.
Yeah, this December.
Yeah, so fucking I had low expectations going in. But to my surprise, everybody's acting is actually pretty good. I like the guy that played the dad, David. His name's Deo Aid. I thought his acting stood out, and he was pretty good. Also, most of the characters, I didn't really like. I was interested in seeing in peril, other than the dad. So I was kind of, waiting for the body count to rise, and it honestly never really gets there. But the setting of the mansion was cool and familiar, and I thought it worked well for the story. But the story itself, is very simple. It's effective though in some areas, but not, overall, I don't think. The toys themselves were cool though. I really liked the Uncle Monkey toy and like the little, dragon fucking flying around, the elf talking shit. They were all cool. I just wish the kills were better. But the one thing that this got me to pop pretty hard for was the fact that they actually used stop motion, which is like weird as hell, because, that's really time consuming. But they went that route. And, I'm sure that the guys that made this movie are passionate about that form of, visual effect. And I love stop motion. So that stuff was really what I enjoyed about it. But overall, once we get to the end, there's so much stuff I wish they did that they just didn't. And it's, a made for TV movie. So it's not really, of quality per se.
What'd you think, Pugs?
I'm along the lines of Kruger, where this is a story we've seen before, like verbatim, except they added killer toys in it, and I kind of like that they did that. I really enjoyed the stop motion, like Kruger. It just made it feel like Christmassy, kind of like who did Frosty the Snowman and shit, and Rudolph?
Frankenbest,
yeah. So it felt like that. So it actually felt like, old and cool. But yeah, it never really went anywhere. And when it did land somewhere, I'm like, well, that's a nice tuck in good night. So I guess it's okay. But the toys are cool. The potential was there. I don't think they got to where they could have. But yeah, it was cool. I would recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you guys. The stop motions was what made it worth watching. I didn't hate any of the characters. I mean, the little boy was a little annoying, but I really liked the dad. The mom was kind of but everyone was fine. They all were good actors. Stop motion was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it's one of those things where it's like, because it's going to be on SyFy this Saturday, I say check it out. I mean, it's worth,
worth your watch on TV, for sure. I mean, for free, fuck it. I mean, and the fact that, like we both said, like stop motion's truly, a very other than seeing like Tim Burton stuff, you don't really see a lot of that. I mean, that's more along the lines of claymation, I think. With what he does. So it's very rare to see visual effects like that. And I'm actually gonna, tell some of the stop motion freaks, because like I love all those, old school Harryhausen, fucking, fairy tale things that he did back in the day, not just his monster stuff, but he also did stuff very similar to, the animation style in this, where it was like fairy tale characters and stuff. So fucking that's definitely the best thing about this movie. But overall, what did you think, Dan?
So I did as you said, the stop motion's definitely the highlight, because that is very, very rare these days. I had some issues with the movie. There's kind of tone shifts that don't quite work for me. I want, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I mean, there were times I was kind of laughing. The angel treetop was pretty funny, but one moment you get the flying dragon, which I mean, some people I could see thinking this is cheap because they've never maybe experienced stop motion, but there's a lot more work goes into this than CGI dragons or sharks that you're accustomed to on SyFy. I would say SyFy is the way to go. I don't see much being cut from this, so I think you'll be getting the full film on SyFy channel. The acting for me was just okay, to be honest. I didn't think it was particularly great. The dad was okay. But yeah, I don't know, just the tone, it didn't quite work. I think this one would have been better off just keeping it tongue-in-cheek the whole time, because it doesn't quite work as a tense horror film, and it doesn't really have the comedic elements besides a couple amusing bits with the toys. But yeah, I don't know, this is a one-time watch. It's just average for me, pretty much on the dot. So
that kid's Reptar helmet was pretty dope, though. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to like this one more too, especially because of the effects, but I don't know, it didn't blow me away. But it's an okay one-time watch.
In spoilers, like I'm gonna have to fantasy book, because there's one thing that I then could have added at the end that was really, really fucking, like it was totally there, and like it would have took just like a little bit of creativity to make it just that much better, and it honestly would have made me rate this way higher. So let's rate it. Fucking, I'm a 2 out of 5 because the 2 is for the stop motion effects only, to be honest with you. Like I said, it never really gets there with the kills or anything else there for me. So what did you think, Pugs?
I'm going to go with a 2.5 out of 5, because it's not great, but it's not like a stinker either. It's just check it out. Find out for yourself.
I'm 2.5 also. I think the stop motion is what keeps it at average. It averages out it to average.
Yep, 2.5 exactly for me as well. And yeah, I like the He-Man knockoff toys. That was pretty fun.
You know what? The one thing I see, here's the old person in me.
Here he goes.
The one thing I did notice is like some of those toys were redesigns of old toys. Like
that's cool.
Was it the bee? Mm-hmm. I think it was a bee. The flying
Seinfeld? B sharp.
No, I can't remember what the original toy was, but it was like a worm, but it had that head, so it was kind of like reworked. But I noticed a few things that I was like, oh, that's cool. So
reminded me of, and I think all of us will know this. You remember the really shitty like dollar store wrestling figures where you could tell who they were doing the knockoff. So I was like, okay, there's Hogan, there's Savage. So yeah. All right, so before we get into our spoilers, be sure to like, share, and subscribe here on YouTube, and fleshwoundfeatures.com for all your eBay shopping needs. And
that's not affiliated with Flesh Wound Features. That's all Dan. Always trying to promote and like make it sound all official. Dan, don't speak for the show.
I need a new hat.
And you can support.
Well, now the sales are going to dry up.
You can support the show by helping us out on Patreon.
Fuck Dan.
I'll open another hat Patreon.
You know what? I think you should make OnlyFans for your hat.
Only Dan's.
There you go.
Just sexy pictures of the hats.
So
I
for
want to see that.
Well, we ain't getting our money. Dan's gonna be one of them hoes who, like, once you're in there, charges you even more.
Greedy.
$29.99 to get your own 8x10.
Okay, well, on that note, are we gonna jump into spoilers? And the only person allowed to
Yes.
fantasy book is Kruger. So here we go. Spoilers.
Spoiler time.
You have been warned. If you're still here, that's on you.
Okay, so the fantasy booking at the end, I would have had the dad come back and him be completely fucking frostbitten, have hypothermia like a motherfucker, and die holding his daughter. Like, just die of hypothermia right there. I think that would have added a lot and would have made the story dark as fuck. Because honestly, like, the idea of, you know, the backstory of why the toys are haunted is really dark, and I was really disappointed we didn't get to see any of that. Like, I really wanted to see some of that, and that's why, like, I rated it so low, because you had this cool backstory about this lady that was pissed off, you know, that her son died, so she killed all these children and fucking put all the toys in the toy box, fucking throw it in the front, you know, of the mansion. Like, that was a really cool fucking backstory, but we needed to see it, and I was really disappointed we didn't.
Yeah,
I think we'll get a prequel. This is something I see follow-ups.
Really?
Yeah,
I think so.
Everyone here has seen The Orphanage, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't you get The Orphanage? Huh? You didn't see it?
I don't even remember, but go for it.
Add it to your
Okay.
list. You would
Yeah.
remember.
Because it's just like this, but better. And like that one's more of a fairy tale, and that's what this one kind of ended like, because it ends with like a nice hug where like everything will be all right. I didn't want everything to be all right. Stop it.
Yeah. me neither.
So that's
The
what.
world isn't all sunshines and rainbows, sweetheart.
But that's the vibe I was getting. I'm like, okay, I've seen this, but they're adding killer toys, which is awesome. And then, yeah, like you said, the background of what's possessing these toys, that's fucking gnarly. So, like, I think it should have been darker, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, the definition of average, it all just kind of, yeah, I don't know. They always tend to do sequels to these. Like, how many Robert the Doll movies are there?
Okay,
now?
but Dan, this is a Warner Brother property, and we don't really see sequels to their direct-to-video stuff.
No, it's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have Banana Splits 2. There's no which one that should have got. There's
Oh, dude, that would be badass. That's a great one. That, you know, was one of those like sci-fi movies. That Banana Splits, I really enjoyed.
like
a
this
lot.
one. Neither of them are technically sci-fi movies. They were just picked up for distribution after completed. So they're a little bit better than the average, you know, made for sci-fi.
I don't think I've seen Banana Split. Which one's that?
It's the one that's it's based off the old kid. It's basically their
Five
ripoff
Nights
of
at Freddy's.
their
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy ripoff.
Never mind. I remember. Okay.
Yeah,
I was okay on it. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I
Dude,
think
I can't wait for that Nicolas Cage movie coming
yes.
out where he's
Hollywood.
fucking going bad shit on the animatronics. Wally's World, or no, Wally's Wonderland is what it's called.
they
I can't
changed it.
fucking wait. For
I know
that
they
shit.
changed the title once, but yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
It's
think it
gonna
was
be awesome.
originally Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
and now it's Wally's.
that's a weird change, but okay. Maybe
Trying to get
Nicolas
that
Cage was like,
vacation
no. I'm Wally. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we're not doing Willy, dude. I'm not fucking
not gonna-
doing a movie with Willy's Wonderland. That
I'm not gonna
sounds
be
like a fucking. That's it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that sounds like a dick.
I was gonna say that sounds like a Dan fucking porno he looks up on the dark web.
Because
I was gonna say he wouldn't. Nicolas Cage wouldn't take shit from Amber Heard. I ain't really.
wouldn't it be funny if he just like,
How crazy
just
he
like
did?
grabbed
Okay,
her by
he
the
did-
hair?
he didn't. If we all remember, because no, Drive Angry is the shit. So
Yeah.
You ripped my shirt.
that feels like a future commentary.
Yeah.
We haven't done any Cage commentary, but okay, I guess.
Dude, Mandy, please.
And we all
Yeah.
know me. We want Con Air and Face Off and Mandy. Like, yeah, let's do this.
Well, we'll have another Cage match. We got to figure out what our last one was, and we'll do it again.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Love Cage.
All right. All right. Do we have anything else before we get out of here?
I don't believe so.
Bugs,
play
take
with
it
your
away.
toys.
Okay. Yeah. So again, support us on Patreon. All starts at $1 for exclusive content and most importantly, uncensored. And you can follow us across all the social media bullshits. We're on all of them. So come stalk us. And everyone, say goodnight.
Peace.
Good night.
Stay sick, motherfuckers.
Feliz Navidad. Adios.